So, welcome back. This is God's on Goal, and I'm recording this podcast while pacing around the house because, that result against Chelsea has been horrendous. Horrendous. We got a point from it against 10 men. A game we waited for the whole week after great performances against Bayern Munich, against Spurs, of course, because, everyone beats Spurs. But in general, such a deflating result. So, welcome back to the pod. It's been ages since I haven't been able to post because of very many reasons. Number one, I had to reset up my studio. I lost some things, but we will get back. We'll be able to get more episodes out as time goes. But generally, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And let's talk about what exactly happened at Stamford Bridge. The main talking point, actually, if you think about it, is Caicedo collecting a red card, a nonsensical red card. Of course, it was deserved, because why the hell did he have to go into Merino like that? And if the game went on like this, I'm pretty sure there could have been more red cards, because immediately, I think the first card came out against, was it Mosquera? Who was it? I think it was either Mosquera or Zubimendi. Yes, Zubimendi got the first card, I guess so. Yellow card. Anthony Taylor was dishing out cards like Christmas presents. Like, my nigga, please, why can't you just chill and let the game flow? And Chelsea weren't even helping up with the game, because one thing they were doing consistently is falling over and winning second balls, losing duels and falling over the ground, rolling. There was a point even, what's his name? Robert Sanchez was rolling on the floor like somebody had sniped him. Like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? But Chelsea, I don't think they are actually going anywhere. As much as they are saying Arsenal will not win the league because of this kind of performance, there's a reason why Chelsea have gone 9 years without winning anything in England. And that is why. Yes, they can win all the world champions shit and conference league and everything else, of course, deservedly so. We cannot take those away from them. But in general, Chelsea ain't it. Chelsea played poorly. I won't even go as far. Actually, I'll even go as far as talk about my team, because my team at some point was non-existent, just passing around, doing some all-out passes. But we started the game without Saliba, started the game without Gabriel. Those are our starting centre backs. We didn't have Trossard. Martinelli had to start, and we know how Martinelli performs when he starts games. He performs well when he is coming from the bench. Now, talking about Saka was okay. Merino up top, always effective, no complaints. But on the bench, we had only one defender, and that was Ben White, who never came on. Lewis Kelly came on and took another card. Calafiori got a yellow card. Hincapié got a yellow card. Mosquera got a yellow card. Zubimendi. This referee and yellow cards and start-stop game, it was terrible. Now to the goal that we conceded in the second half, immediately, like after their first set piece, or rather their first corner. I mean, what the hell was the defense trying to do? Or what the hell was... what kind of nonsense was that? Because we defended so poorly, they scored so easily, and it was 1-0 against 10 men. Can you imagine where I was actually watching the game? I was watching it in a shanty place, Naitanga Banda. And that place was noisy, let me tell you. The Chelsea fans there and the United haters, actually the guys who were hate watching the game, they did everything. They shouted along like, you're losing to 10 men, blah, blah, blah. But deep down, the way we had actually started in the second half, I felt that we had a chance to go and clinch the game and actually win. So, long story short, Saka got across, Merino did what he does best and scores. Now we are 1-1. Now after that, whatever happened in between I think it was the 50th minute And the 90th minute before Timber took a goal away from Gyökeres because, my guy, it was terrible. I mean, Chelsea weren't really playing. It was anti-football. They were falling over with every chance that they were getting. Anthony Taylor was giving them all the 50-50s. Of course, I wouldn't want to complain about the referee because he was kind of fair because, Timber should have gotten a yellow card also. Cucurella should have gotten a red card much earlier or a faster or a yellow card before anything else, before he got his first yellow card of the game. So that's also was very, very disappointing to hear or to see from that referee. But yeah, I think for majority, if not all fans, majority of us fans aren't really happy with that result, especially Arsenal fans. It is not always doom and gloom because we are still 5 points ahead of Man City. And the only saving grace we can actually talk about is that Man City still have to face Chelsea twice. So yes, it's still in our hands at this point. The only person who can stop us from winning the league, or rather from staying up top until we are able to say, okay, now we're going to win the league, is Arteta himself. There is no other way around it. There is no other way over it. Arteta is the only person who can be able to make us lose the league at this point. With the depth that we have, with the performance that we've been having all season, I think this was actually our worst performance apart from the Manchester United game which actually won. But there's a reason why Chelsea haven't won against Arsenal at Stamford Bridge since 2018. It was very evident there was really no threat even from the beginning. Estevao was just shooting wayward. There was a chance Pedro Neto got in the first half. But yeah, there were some poor performances from our players. I mean, Saka couldn't do what he does best. Odegaard came in, tried to do something. Madueke, I think he's trying to get match fit, so he can be able to be given a pass. But all in all, that wasn't a performance that I'd be proud of. It's one of those games that I can be able just to forget about it. And you just have to wait for Brentford next and then Aston Villa over the weekend. Because now those two games are important, because if we lose momentum in those two games, there's a high chance that Man City might be able to gain ground on us or any other team, because the league is so tight from second to fifth place, because there's only like a point separating them. We have to face Aston Villa next week. So we are like 6 points ahead of them. So they are like us to be 9 points or more. Actually, basically win the next two games so that we can be able to get our momentum up and getting our injured players back to the team. I mean, there's a lot that is happening. And I wouldn't want to, rush things and say, oh, our season is over, or our season isn't going to make sense. Yes, we are facing a good Chelsea side. And as they claim that they are champions of the world, then I guess they played like that. But if that's all that Chelsea has to offer, and the way they were celebrating that draw that they got at Stamford just because they were 10 men, Chelsea were offering no threats, even while they were 11 versus 11. They were just kicking us left, right, and center, and the referee was just dishing out yellow cards. Eventually the red card came out because deservedly so. He deserved it. And he's going to miss 3 games. So maybe that is going to affect Chelsea. But yeah, I thought also Reece James played really well. Chelsea defended well, I can say. They limited us to very, very few chances, and the few chances that we got, we never got to bury them, and actually get to score. So generally speaking, tough draw to take, tough result to digest. But I know we are going to be okay. I think we are going to be fine. Yeah, we've gone 17 games unbeaten up to now. We've only drawn 3 games. That is Man City, Sunderland, which I think we should have lost, by the way. And I'll come up with an analysis. I'll be able to put more episodes over the next few days or so, and talk about how the team is evolving, who is missing, why, how we are performing this way. Be able to review games here and there, and just basically try and find how we are going to, win something. Also, we are going to be resuming the Carabao Cup next month. We're going to be facing Crystal Palace for the quarterfinals, heading to the semi-finals. And I've seen also Chelsea are still in the competition, so I hope we get that Chelsea team and knock them out the competitions, that we can be able to have one over them. But that is just besides the point. We really need to up our game, because performances like this are the main reason why we actually can't be able to win things consistently, if not all the time. Yes, this season we've improved, especially defensively. We've conceded only 7 goals the whole season. I think up to now, we've conceded like 7 goals. That is in 13, 12 or 13, around 12, 13 games. That is not bad. That is basically 0.5 goals per game. So with that rate, I guess we're going to concede maybe like 19 or 20 goals by the end of the season, which is not half as bad. Now the record stands at 15. That was done by Chelsea, but I don't think that is possible currently, how the league is being played and the pace that is being done. But yeah, so we're just going to spend all our time on X arguing with strangers about who is the better team, who did this and that, why is this guy celebrating a draw, blah blah blah. Of course, we are angry as Arsenal fans, but there is absolutely no reason to panic up to now, because the gap is still there. It's still in our hands. We just win the winnable games. The ones that we can't win, let's get a result against them. Because just look at the 2 games. Sunderland, if Merino was able to score that last chance to actually go and win the game, could have been talking about other stuff. And also, if today, if Timber allowed the ball to pass through him and Gyökeres to get a header into it, we win the game. Versus Man City. Man City, they offered really nothing, so that was possibly a fair result, because you were losing anyway. So that was a fair result. Against Liverpool, that's one of the results that majority of Arsenal fans aren't really happy with, because Liverpool were there for the taking, and Liverpool were there to be beaten, and we never took that chance. So generally, we're just we're just running around expecting miracles to happen. But then again, I think I'm so emotional right now, because my team didn't win. Well, analysis will come properly over the next coming of days, seeing what happened, seeing what pundits are saying. But generally, I don't think there's anything to listen to what the pundits are saying, or rather what the mainstream media is saying, because they'll find a way to discredit Arsenal, especially now that Chelsea were playing with 10 men. They're forgetting Chelsea were playing at home. Chelsea were on their ascendancy. They only played Burnley last week, and then Barcelona in the midweek, and they played a day earlier than us. We had to face Spurs in the London Derby. Also had to face Bayern. I had to travel up to Chelsea and maintain the results. And this just proves that majority of these players are human beings, and they cannot, put 100% all the time. And I'm proud of them up to now. They haven't lost. They did all they could not to lose the game, and I respect them for that. And because once Chelsea went 1-0 up, I was having some thoughts. As much as I said that I was feeling calm, some flashbacks of those 1-0 losses that we had last season, or maybe get to score another goal, because they got another corner and they almost scored again. So it wasn't a good watch. Yeah, and also, if that is the advertisement for the Premier League, there is absolutely nothing. That was a very boring game, something that we can be able to forget, something that we don't need to, find something to remember the game with. So, yes, we leave it at that. Thank you so much for, staying with us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Do have a lovely evening, and I'll see you on the next episode.